What's up, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Nick, as you already know, because you clicked on this video because you want to see some more fire baseball content, and that's what you're going to get today. So in this video, we're going to talk about the peaks and the valleys from every single division, the teams that have had their highs, the teams that have had their lows. There's many in multiple divisions, so let's get straight into it. Starting with my division, the American League West, we're going to touch on the Rangers, the Mariners, and the Astros. All three teams have had their highs. All three teams have had their lows. So let's start with the Rangers, the team that's in third place as of recording on September the 18th. They just got swept by the Astros after being on a 7-game win streak, and now they're on a 4-game losing streak. They got swept by the Astros. They lost the last game to the Mets, where they still won that series, but their offense was poor to start off the season. They've had injuries. Seager, Simeon, Eovaldi have all been hurt at certain points of this season, and now they're out for the latter part of the season where the Rangers have needed them most. So they've been rocking a minor league team for a while now. Adolis Garcia has struggled. Jonah Heim has struggled. They've gotten contributions from younger guys like Wyatt Langford, who has stayed healthy for the latter half of the season, which they've needed him to, but it's not going to be enough for them to possibly make the playoffs as of right now. Because after being swept by Houston, they are now 4.5 games out of even that last wild card spot is being held by the Seattle Mariners as of recording this today. So their struggles have been big. So if you go to the Seattle Mariners now, 83-69 is their record, a half game out of first place in the American League West. Just lost the game to the Royals as of recording this on September the 18th, but they've had their peaks and their valleys as well. Many would say they've not taken the opportunity to be in first place, because they definitely should be in first place by this point. They should have taken over the Astros, and the Astros have also had their peaks and their valleys. On July the 4th, the series against the Dodgers, they swept them, but it hasn't been pretty ever since. They've had injuries. Jordan's come back. He's back out. Isaac Paredes is out for possibly the rest of the season, but there are reports that he could come back. So there's a lot of peaks and valleys with this whole division. Goes to the American League East. The Blue Jays in first place right now, but they didn't start off too well, and then they won a big streak, and here they are today. The Orioles, one of the worst teams to start off this season, but that horrible start has forced where they won't even have a shot in the playoffs now, out of playoff contention at 72-80. But they've been one of the best teams since the start of May. It's crazy when you think about it. The Rays were once in wild card talks, now they're not. The Red Sox, highs, lows. Devers gone, high again. Now they're back on the low, and now they're going to be on a high. You just never know with them. And same thing with the Yankees. The Yankees have been one of the most inconsistent teams in baseball this year. They have a roster where they can be one of the best teams in baseball, but we haven't really seen that potential of them staying consistent to remain as one of the best teams in baseball. Going to the American League Central, there's 4 teams I want to touch on. The Minnesota Twins have had too many peaks and valleys. One time they're up here, then they're back down here, then they're up and down. That's the reason why they had to trade away everybody at the trade deadline. A 66-86 record this season, 20 games under 500. There's a reason why Buxton is really the only star left. There's a reason why Carlos Correa is gone, and he wanted to leave. When you go to the Royals, now they're 3-7 over their last 10. They were once close to that third wild card spot. You can't do this and expect to compete. The Guardians, who are now 4.5 games over 5, or 4.5 games back of the division, they could catch up with the Tigers, and the Tigers themselves have had their peaks and their valleys, and recently they're on a low, a 2-game losing streak and a 4-6 record in their last 10 games. And when you go over to the National League side of things, there's really one team I want to touch on in the NL East, and that would be the New York Mets. A free fall of whatever, just a free fall. The Mets have now lost the division at a 78-74 record, 2-8 in their last 10. They just haven't been good. You can say injuries, you can say hitting, you can say anything. It's just a team-wide issue. They just haven't been good and consistent to where you would fear them. Going to the NL Central, the Milwaukee Brewers started off cold. They got hot. Win streak. They've kind of tapered off, but they're still doing good, playing Milwaukee Brewer baseball, which means small ball, and more small ball. they're doing what they need to do. Same thing for the Cubs. Cubs have battled injuries. PCA struggling in the second half of the season. Kyle Tucker's injury and struggle in August and September. But they're still doing pretty good at an 88-64 record. I would say those are the two teams to look out for in the playoffs. But this isn't a playoff prediction video, so stay tuned for that later on. And really, my division that I want to talk about, not my division, but a division I really want to talk about. It seems like both West divisions have struggled this year. The Dodgers, inconsistent. The Padres, inconsistent. The Diamondbacks, inconsistent. The Giants, inconsistent. The Giants have one of the worst records in baseball for a while, since whenever they traded for Rafael Devers. Below 500 they were. Now they're sitting at 500. The Diamondbacks at a 77-76 record. There's a reason why they had to trade everybody away. They traded Eugenio Suarez away. Got pieces back for that. And they've been kind of clicking lately. They're doing what they need to do to stay just in the race with the Mets, who I discussed before, who have been free-falling themselves. But the Diamondbacks, in a way, are not free-falling. They're free-rising. Even though they lost yesterday in extra innings, they're kind of rising. And they also have the tiebreaker over the Giants if it ever comes down to it, and it determines who can make the playoffs and who won't make the playoffs. The Padres and the Dodgers are big examples of two teams that have not capitalized on opportunities. The Dodgers have had opportunities but have blown those opportunities due to their bullpen being subpar. Their bullpen has blown too many games. Their bullpen has put them out of contention in too many different ways, to where you don't even know if they'll go back-to-back this year after all the hype they had this offseason. The San Diego Padres have had the opportunity to overtake the Los Angeles Dodgers, but haven't capitalized. That's the big thing with teams this season. They haven't capitalized. And this is what the Padres haven't done. They're 6-4 over the last 10, yes, but you can't be out there getting shut out by the Colorado Rockies. Whoa. Don't shake on me now, camera. By the Colorado Rockies. Yes, I said it, camera. The Colorado Rockies. You can't be getting shut out by them. You can't be losing series to teams like that. You can't lose series to them because you are so much better. Your talent's better. Your rosters, you're paying your guys more than they are. You can't lose series to them. So as simple as that. This has me fired up because I'm realizing how many teams this year have not capitalized on all the opportunities that have been afforded to them. And really, the MLB playoffs are going to be wide open when you think about it. Anybody could win this year. Anybody could lose this year. There's going to be tons of upsets, but are they really going to be considered upsets when you look at this video and break down everything that I've said? So if you like this video, like it, share with somebody who's fired up about this MLB playoffs that's coming to you in only 2 weeks. It's right around the corner. So I'll post another video this upcoming week about my playoff prediction, who I think is going to be in, out, and we'll see. Thank you for liking this video, because I know you liked it. Follow my social medias down below, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.